Who doesn't like a cheeky Nandos? Launched in 1987, the first Nandos was in South Africa.
A few years later, the UK got its first taste of Nandos when a takeaway opened in West London. And now, around 800,000 of us eat a Nandos every week. But could I make something better? Now, to do that, I need to taste what I'm up against.
Oh, they're smothered in sauce and steaming. It is spicy, but it's so delicious. It's that vinegary, garlicky, herby hit, and then you get that heat.
It's that delicious heat from those peri-peri chilies that makes Nandos special. But how do they do it? We asked Nandos that very question, but unsurprisingly, we were met by a wall of silence. So I've asked our resident food boffing for help. Dr. Chris Clark is an expert in food technology, and using his dedicated research lab, he's helping me uncover the secrets of the fast food giants. And in this case, that means working out exactly how many of those famous peri-peri chilies you need to make their sauce. But how do you measure something like spice?
We need to look at something called the Scoville organoleptic test.
I've seen that on the back of sort of chilies. Is it a scale to figure out how hot chilies are?
This is basically, if you want to know how hot something is, usually you'll have a Scoville scale.
The Scoville unit is determined by how much sugar solution you need to mix with a spice in order to neutralize it. Strong spices will need huge amounts of dilution and have a very high Scoville rating.
In each of these beakers, we've got some sugar water, and you add a fixed amount of sauce to sugar water, and you taste it. And if you taste something, then it's too spicy still, so we dilute it.
Oh.
And then we taste it again, and we keep diluting until we can't taste anymore. And that number of dilutions, that is the Scoville heat unit.
We're starting our test with 1 part spice to 100 parts solution.
If this is untasteable, this would have a Scoville rating of around 100. Okay, so you have a crack.
Sugary Nandos.
Sugary Nandos. So I'm not getting loads, actually, which is interesting.
But I'm still tasting it. There's spice in there.
I'm still getting spice.
It's not blowing my head off, but it's still spicy.
Okay, so
do we need to dilute it more
than 100 Scoville?
Okay.
Which is what I'd expect.
Next, it's 1 part spice to 1,000 parts solution.
I think there's something there.
Yeah.
It is there. Just perceptible.
Now it's 1 part spice to 10,000 parts solution.
I'll be amazed if we can taste anything.
We were right on the edge, I think, with the last one. But make sure you get it around your tongue. But I'm getting pretty much nothing on that one.
That's sugary water.
That would have been 10,000. So in fact, that puts it at around 10,000 Scoville.
Armed with a spice rating for Nandos, we can start to work out how many peri-peri chilies you need for the same hit. And that starts with a taste of the chili in its purest form.
How spicy? Well,
we're going to find out.
Oh my goodness! Oh, a warning would have been nice. With a man of your education, that is very, very, very spicy.
In fact, for my recipe, we worked out that I'll only need 2 chilies to emulate that wonderful Nando's kick.
Thank you. This is really useful to know how not to blow people's heads off with too much chili. I need to lie down now.
Time to make my Nando's beating sauce.
Start with your onions and your garlic. Brown them.
Now, for my first hack, to add vibrant smoky flavour, charred red peppers.
The juice and zest of 2 lemons, 1 tablespoon soft sugar, 120 ml of white wine vinegar, teaspoon of oregano, teaspoon of paprika, half teaspoon allspice, 2 teaspoons of salt and black pepper.
And just 2 peri-peri chilies, fresh, not dried, for extra flavour.
Blend. Add your browned onions and garlic. Blend some more. Transfer back to the pan. Add some bay leaves and reduce. Once reduced, let it cool. Take the bay leaves out and emulsify with 120 ml of light olive oil. Okay, peri-peri sauce the easy way, all done. Just stick it into a bowl.
It looks good, but is it better than Nando's? Time to hit the streets of London to find out.
I've got 2 hot sauces for you to try.
First, Nando's.
Have a taste. Remember, the sauce is hot, so yeah, just dip a little bit more, I think. That's hardly any sauce. Was it tasty?
Yeah, it was good.
Good. All right, pick another piece of chicken.
Now, my sauce.
Nice sauce.
Straight away, as soon as you put it in your mouth, that stands out.
This one is perfect.
It felt a bit more flavoursome than just hot.
So, what's the verdict?
Which sauce would you go back to? Oh, that one. That is my peri-peri sauce that I've made.
I would go for this one.
This one.
I agree. I would go for that one as well.
You were going to go for that one as well? You both have made me very happy because that is one that I made myself. This one is Nando's peri-peri hot sauce.
No
Straight
way.
Straight out of the bottle.
No way.
Straight out of this. This one. Do you like this one better than that one?
Yeah, this one.
This one is my peri-peri sauce.
Oh, so it's better yours.
Yes!
I'd say this one,
This
because I
one?
like a lot of spice and that one's more spicy, whereas that one's more like creamy tomato-y.
You have managed to pick out the Nando's sauce out of
I thought I
recognised it.
I mean, the other one is also a peri-peri sauce,
Right.
but it's one that I've made.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
In fact, of all the people we tested, it was a 50-50 split between my sauce and Nando's.
Oh, wow.
Well, I was quite pleased with that. If you like that heat slapping you in the face the moment it hits your palate, then perhaps the Nando's peri-peri sauce really does deliver that. But if you want a little bit more subtlety, a little bit more body than your sauce, then it's amazing how far you can go by just messing around with some very basic ingredients at home. So when it comes to peri-peri sauce, I've got to say, I'm quite chuffed.